Hey Drawing One, today we're talking about contour line and general to Pacific approach. So I've asked everybody to draw a shoe, two of them. You can draw a tennis shoe, a flip-flop, sandal, track cleat, whatever you find. Maybe it's your favorite shoe that you wear every day, I don't know. The cool thing about this assignment is that everybody knows shoes, right? So we wear them, we touch them, it's a part of our daily life, but we never really notice the ins and outs of the shoe. So today we're gonna really look at that. And when we start with general line and look at all the shapes, it's gonna really bring out the mass and dimension of your drawings. And so that's how we're gonna start all of our drawings in Drawing One. So I picked my running shoe because I love running, and I also picked it because of the laces that, the shoelaces, the holes that goes in and out of the shoelace, and the general mass of the inside of it. And it has a tongue. So I'm gonna draw from life, and I'm gonna ask you guys to do that as well. So no taking pictures unless you have to work somewhere else, or go to visit somebody and you can't bring that specific shoe. So what I want you guys to do is kind of take some time and evaluate it. Set it up on a table and look around, right? Notice the eyelet holes that the laces go in and out, the tongue, how deep the shoe goes, and the whole length. Okay, so contour line is only using line. No shading, picking one or two pencils, and just focusing on the values that you see that line makes. General to Pacific is working with the basic shapes and then looking at detail. Drawers, beginning drawers, always want to get the first details, start at, at the laces are the hardest thing or the most interesting thing. I'm going to ask you guys to start after you set up your shoe, okay, with a box about as big as, and I'm gonna use a darker pencil. You guys are gonna start with a 4HH pencil, so you guys can see my demo. I noticed on previous that it wasn't showing up as well. I'm going to start with a 2B. So draw a box about the general size of your shoe. So it's almost as big as the shoe. So we want to work true to life. Okay, so you can see my box. I'm going to start and putting my contour line in. You want to start light with this sketch. So general, the box is where the back of the shoe is going to hit and the toe is going to hit on the other side. So you have this length. And you all do not have to draw these working lines that I am. I'm just showing you on this video. Your box can be light, so you can erase it away after. But again, for demo sakes, I want to make sure that you see it. All right. Then you are going to make sure your pencil is sharp, of course, and really start with a general sketch. Again, making sure my shoe hits the end. Comes out. I'm noticing that the platform here comes out more than the sole comes out more than the canvas or the fabric part. Right? Want that to come down. So we're looking at width and height of the shoe. And I'm seeing that my is a little small. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then erase away the working lines that we don't want. We don't want your shoes to look like hair, right, with those sketch lines. So you're going to erase and be confident, right, about that line that you want to keep. And then I'm noticing that this lace comes out out. And I'm just looking at line. There is no shading involved. I'm looking at this hole, comes down, the base of the shoe comes out, and I'm seeing the other side of the shoe. So you're really looking at that length and the overall proportions as you sketch and mimicking that depth of the shoe. The toe, the sole comes up, so I want to look at that curl, and again, I'm going to erase the lines I don't want. So it's just that contour. So I generally have the shape, right? I'm making sure it fits into the box. And then you can get a little bit more detailed. My students always make fun of me because I can't say Pacific. I can't. So we all have our things, right? So it's Pacific. Pacific is next. And I'm looking at some of the details here and correcting some of my mistakes. Stepping back a little bit, so we're not always, face down. Stepping back and looking at the general proportions, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, this is going up a little bit too big. And, for this, gosh, it curls just a little bit sooner or later than I have. So I'm going to erase. And bring my box out a little bit more. Now a little bit's okay. I don't want you to start over and bump it. That looks a little bit better of a length. But be confident once you do make those fixes, if you do, and leave it. All right. So then once you have confident lines and it's the outline, there is going to be zero shading in this whole assignment. Okay? And I'm asking you to draw 2 shoes, and I would say about 40, 45 minutes per shoe, maybe longer. Get your favorite shoes. This could be a really cool Instagram or portrait, you have some really awesome Nike shoes, your favorite high heels, do it up. Okay. And I'm going to stop this. So the next video shows a little bit more about contour line and the ins and outs of being Pacific with details. But I want you to see that this is how we're going to find length and in general width. So width is up and down. Length is side to side, okay? That's generalization. Then you can get a lot more detailed. The next video is I found online. It's great. And so that is going to tell you a little bit more about this assignment. Drawing shoes as a beginning artist is pretty normal because of the mechanics and the boxy shapes that they have and the different aspects that you can get general to Pacific. And you're going to hear me say these terms so much in class, especially with our next assignment, our assignment 1, our big longer assignment. All right, so start thinking about what shoes you want to draw.